What is going on, everybody? I want to welcome you in to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic. And as you can see in front of your face, it's right there. Like, unless you look into the side or something, then you need to turn your head to the screen of the cameras, and so you can see the, you know what I mean. But anyway, we're talking about Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. Who should win? What are the ramifications if said person wins? And we're kind of just like kind of predict the future right now. We're bringing out our crystal balls and we're rubbing them. We're trying to see what we see. Um,
Can we not rub balls? Because that sounds weird.
this man, I mean, you may have to make it weird, but anyway, we got Goldberg, we got Brock Lesnar. It's the main event of Survivor Series 2016. Um, and I just wanted to talk about this to kind of see, like, kind of what your thoughts on kind of what they should do after um this match and all of that. But anyway, let's jump into it. In my opinion, I think that Brock Lesnar should win. Now I think Brock Lesnar should win because Goldberg already has a win on Brock Lesnar, so it'd be smart for Brock Lesnar to get this win. Plus, he can keep talking about how he beat up Goldberg and all of that stuff, and that's always a good thing to do. Like that needs to happen. Brock needs to keep talking about how he beats up people. Like this needs to be something he just brings up all the time that we hate. It needs to happen. Kind of like the streak. It needs to happen so we can just continue to be annoyed by it. Um, and I think this needs to build to another match. Now, I don't know if this match is going to be at Mania or at Rumble. I think this will be a cool match to have at Rumble. Kind of a cool like little like rubber match to have at Rumble. But I do feel like these two kind of have a right to wrong when it comes to WrestleMania. They had that match at WrestleMania. It didn't necessarily go as planned. Both of them didn't really care. But now in this scenario, they both care about the match they're having. So I think that would be a good thing to have. I don't know if I'd rather see them have another match at Mania or have another match or have their third match at Rumble. But either way, I do think they should have a third match because I feel like you shouldn't bring Goldberg in for just one match. Um, Now I know that happens. I know they do that all the time, but I just think it's a smart move to keep Goldberg around, even if it's just for this particular match with Lesnar because that's what he wants to do. I'm fine with that, but I would rather see Lesnar win this one and then probably Lesnar win the next one too, just because Lesnar's going to be the one that's going to be around. Not a lot, but he's going to be around more than Goldberg will after Goldberg leaves. So I think it would just be kind of something to add to his mantle of things that he's done and stuff like that. But I honestly think the person I think should win this match is Lesnar. He should win this Survivor Series. Set up a match between he and Lesnar at Mania or Rumble, and they could even set up something to where like even Goldberg wins the third match, but someone like screws Lesnar out of it. They could probably do that with the second match too. But I definitely think Lesnar should win. I think they need to keep him as the kind of dominant beast that he is. And we need more of these freaking interviews that just come out of nowhere with Lesnar talking about how he doesn't care about anybody. I like those. I don't know why, but I really like Lesnar in that regard. Like when he's just like he needs to not show up to this match. His family is gonna be crying at ringside, and I really don't care. And I like that Lesnar. I like that Lesnar that doesn't care that your family's at ringside. He doesn't care about your little son. Doesn't care about your daughter. Doesn't care about your wife. He just cares about beating you up, and I like that Lesnar. And I hope they keep going with that. Whenever they build a feud with him, just because I always like when he does that. Freaking, I like when he did it with Cena. I enjoy Lesnar when he's doing that type of thing. But Casey, who do you think should win, and what do you see kind of happening in the near future if this continues or if it stops? What happens for both of these men?
This is such a hard match because I mean we talked about a little bit about it, in the predictions. Um, First of all, like kind of the same as Mickey James. I don't think that they should be bringing Goldberg in just for one match. It doesn't make sense. All that build up for just one match or just to promote a video game kind of seems overkill. So I hope it's not just one match. But then,
do you hope they actually set up a match for a year in advance?
I hope they set up a match for 6 years in advance. You know, but also you have to think that there was, and I think we talked about this in the predictions, or I saw it somewhere, but apparently Goldberg did get injured in that segment on Raw. So you have to think, okay, how is that injury going to impact him? Is he going to be able to recover? Obviously, he's not going to be at 100% for Survivor Series, but he said he's still going to, power through it. But, does that give him enough time to fully recover for, another match if they have another match? It's kind of, it's unfortunate because kind of when he said, like he said, when he was asked about his injury, when you get older, things don't heal as quickly as they used to. They don't heal the same as they used to. As much as, the the 90s fans don't want to admit it, all of our favorite wrestlers growing up are getting older now. So I do think Lesnar wins this one. It wouldn't make sense to have him just lose twice in a row to Goldberg, especially when they're trying to, building him up as this monster. But I do think, maybe he wins and then Goldberg maybe, tries to maybe shake his hand with respect or whatever and Lesnar, denies it and then continues on Raw or whatever, talking about how he defeated Goldberg and made his son cry and, building up that heel to a point where Goldberg just gets pissed off and can't take it anymore and they have another match. I think they could do something like that. And then, somebody could screw Lesnar out of winning maybe at Mania or Royal Rumble or whatever. Part of me kind of would like if somebody did screw him out of it to give Goldberg the win on the third match. Part of me would love it to be Taker, because that would be kind of Taker, getting revenge for ending his streak. But then again, Taker did just say that WrestleMania will not define him anymore, so that really wouldn't make sense. I mean, unless they did it at Royal Rumble, but Taker doesn't really have any attachment that much to Royal Rumble. His attachment is more to Survivor Series and WrestleMania. So that kind of, in a way, eliminates that option. But as for this match, unfortunately, I do see Lesnar winning. Hopefully, Goldberg doesn't get hurt anymore. Because like we both said, I would like to see a third match out of them. But I don't know. It's so hard to kind of predict this just because of their age right now, and the whole part-timer thing. I don't know.
Well, alrighty. That was kind of our who should win. I guess it was kind of like a extension on our predictions of Goldberg versus Lesnar. I'm excited for the match though. I want to see how it's going to play out. I want to see what they do with it. You never know. But I think everything all stems from the Alamo Dome having to be filled up for Royal Rumble. And WWE, I feel like does a good job of filling up their shows, but you never know. With a stadium that big. But I'm excited. I'm excited. I want to see what's going to go down with this match. But anyway, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button for us. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. Coming up here in a little bit, we got the six-pack last video that we did. It is the top 6 wrestlers, past or present. that we would love to see in an Elimination Chamber match or Elimination Chamber. I guess just in an Elimination Chamber more so, not necessarily all in the same match at the same. And then, because I might have to pick Akeem, the African Dream, and the One Man Gang, and technically they can't be in the same. And then, anyway, we'll see you guys later.
They could. They could.
I mean, it is true. We've never seen them in the same place at the same time. So technically, they're two different people.
I don't know if they're the same person. I don't think so.
I mean, so maybe we could get Marco Ross and Casey in the same chamber and see how that goes.
You know what? I didn't book them in my match, but you could do that.
But anyway, we'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.